Hello everybody, I'm here to present you a new series of floodlights, high-power floodlights from Performance in Lighting. The new series that is behind my shoulder is Laser Plus. Laser Plus we can identify as the quintessence of our experience in sport lighting. In fact, the product here beyond me is our new top of the range in this kind of application. Typically, we can use this product for sport lighting. So it's born and conceived for sport lighting, professional sport lighting, meaning television camera filming, meaning very, very low flickering, very high color rendering temperature, very high TLC contrast. For sure, it's born for stadiums and sport lighting, training facilities. In some countries we have also full cutoff regulations, in some other no. It's conceived for a control system for dimming the lighting and save the energy, but also for indoor arenas. Indoor arenas where we need to consider also the ball-proof luminaire, so against the shock of a ball, but also minimizing the UGR, the glare factor, so a lot of features more this product has to have built inside. For sure, it can be used also for other sports, but also for general big area lighting infrastructures such as airports, where we have a good glare reductions for the pilot, for the whole environment, where we have to grant a lighting for 24 hours on 24, but also for example industrial ports where we have to ensure a good visibility to the boats who are coming to the harbor, but also a product that has to be marine sustainable. For sure, it can be used for also other large areas such as parking lots, where we have to grant a very good distribution and uniformity for these big parkings, for example, but with a good energy saving. So maybe only in certain moment of the day the light has to be on a certain level, then it has to dim, you have to change to grant a good lighting, but also good saving. Today we are here with one of the products of the range, is the Laser Plus 30, so each, let's say, modules, so the combination of the two modules, we have, let's say, these kind of bars, so Laser Plus 10, Laser Plus 20, and Laser Plus 30. Laser Plus 30 is a product that is IP66, EK08. We are speaking a product up to 215,000 lumen, 4,580 watt, with a windage exposure of 0.5 square meters. Is a product of 38 kilos. Now, let's move to the mechanical parts. For sure, we are proposing a product with noble materials. We have aluminum. We have products with a certain kind of painting process that grants, let's say, a long life, a long resistance, a long endurance in the time. The body is in aluminum, die-cast aluminum, painted in powders. Let's say the U is in a robust galvanized stainless steel, always painted in powders. The diffusers are technopolymer stabilized against the UVs, meaning that they don't become yellow for the sun. And our heat sink are in aluminum in two different models. We have the die-cast one or the extruded one for the extreme models. I was mentioning the painting. Our painting is standard ISO 9227. Gaskets are made in one solo piece, anti-aging. The electrical connection is granted through an external fast connector IP66. The box, the connection box, is also in die-cast aluminum. All the cables are closed and grounded through a resin inside to grant the maximum IP level, also in very hard conditions. I was telling you about the die cast and the extruded models of the heat sinks. Why we developed two different heat sinks. The first one, the die cast, that is the one we can see here. It grants undimmed, that is very important, undimmed, temperatures from -40 plus 40. The extruded one goes -40 plus 50. Thank you to our experience and knowledge about the materials and the technology of transformation, we obtain these two heat sinks for two different kind of context. Thanks also to the profound knowledge of fluidodynamic, we also were able to dimension them, to design them, to conceive them differently in order to grant the fastest cool down of the product. Not only in the heat sink itself, but also in the design of the luminaire. For example, also let's say the box that take together the different modules is designed to allow to the air to go out and to permit to, let's say, put out all the heat as fast as possible, granting a better performance of the LED, granting so a better lifetime in the time. The product is already moved, so we speak now about the orienting. So, let's start. For sure, we have a goniometer, graduated goniometer, where we can go angle by angle to fix the right beam. We can fix the product parallel or perpendicular to the field. We can move the luminaire, especially needed when I have, let's say, a big pole with all the luminaire, and moving them also in this direction help me not to put the light one on the other, making an overlapping. Also, the single module is tiltable. I can tilt the single modules, always with my graduated ferrule, plus or minus 20 degrees, in order to achieve very precise kind of lighting aiming. Even more, for every single movement, I have these grains where I can decide and close the position, granting a very perfect aiming in the time, also in harsh conditions. For sure, this product comes also with all the lighting part. So now we speak about the mechanical, we speak about installation, let's speak about the lighting part. So different CCTs, different CRIs, in order to go from simple context, so big parking lots, up to stadiums with TV camera. LED is standard in 4000K and 5700K. CRI goes from 70, 80 and 90. As mentioned, we have a very high level of TLCI for the standards of the TV cams, and a very, very low, approximately near to zero, for flickering. About the optics, we have this kind of customized optic. Customized meaning that performance lighting design its own optics together with the leader of the sector in order to grant a very particular and punctual design, not buying from the market, but designing with our experience, with our decennial experience, the best optics to achieve sports results. These optics, of course, are very punctual, very numerous, very, let's say, designed really with the learning by doing. So with our decennial space, it's a learning by doing. Every time we make a project, we always find a way how we can improve, how we can do better. So this new set of optics come up with 3 circular optics at 10, 13 and 16 degrees of beam angle, elliptical, 10 by 25, 15 by 34 and 30 by 45. Plus also asymmetrical optics with an IMAX of 50 and 60 degrees. Let's speak now about the box. It's a box conceived for sports, so it's a very compact box. The one I have in my hands is a 6 kilo box, IP66, EK08, a class 1, going to match the standards of temperature of the extruded or die-casted aluminum. 220 volt, 400 volt as a standard. The maximum distance from the luminaire is now tested 100 meters, and we are now testing up to 200 meters. In common and differential mode, standard, integral, and SPD of 10 kilovolt. This box, as mentioned, is designed in a very slim and shallow version to be installed in the light towers, and also with a small flange to be added directly in the tower itself. The driver inside can be a DALI 2 or a DMX RDM. Of course, for DMX we need a separate control, an interface to make these lighting games before and after the match in order to give the best of the emotion and the experience of a match. As mentioned, here we are with the plus 30 model, but laser is a series that come up in 3 different sizes. We have the laser plus 10, is a luminaire very compact with an integrated driver inside the U, where we go up to 72,000 lumen for 542 watt with the windage of 0.34 square meters. Laser plus 20 up to 144,000 lumen, 4,043 watt with a windage of 0.37 square meters. And last but not least, the one we have here, the laser plus 30 up to 215,000 lumen, 1,580 watt for a windage of 0.5 square meters. For sure, to complete the offer, we have a set of accessories that is needed for installing correctly the luminaire. So a visor for the modules, a pointer to making the aimings are for sure useful for this kind of product. I remember you that together with the product, choosing performance in lighting, you choose also the project service. So the lighting calculation, the lighting verification we can do for the customers, helping them in order to achieve also the big requirements for stadium lighting. And we also can offer the aiming on the field. So our technicians come in the field together with the installers, going exactly to make the aimings, to put the basis to start with the show for the match. So thank you very much, thank you for listening, and see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.